You've probably imagined a caveman with a club, chasing another caveman, fighting over a cave. That image feels ancient, feels built into you, but the real answer is far stranger. For most of human history, war didn't exist. Not in the way you think of it. Anthropologist Douglas Fry spent years studying societies with no organized violence at all. Small bands, no armies, no leaders ordering attacks, just people sharing food, moving with the seasons. War wasn't a default setting. It was an invention. So when did the fighting start? For nearly 300,000 years, humans lived in small nomadic groups. Fewer than 50 people. Everyone knew everyone. There was nothing to steal because nobody owned much. No stored grain. No fixed land. No reason to defend a border because there were no borders. Then something changed the rules completely. Around 12,000 years ago, humans started farming. They stayed in one place. They built granaries. They stockpiled food for winter. And suddenly, for the first time, there was something worth taking. Archaeologist Lawrence Keeley studied ancient burial sites and found something chilling. Skeletons with arrowheads still lodged in their bones. Skulls crushed by blunt weapons. Entire villages burned in single events, everyone inside. This wasn't hunting accidents. This was organized, repeated violence. And it appeared right around the same time as the first farms. Scarcity created ownership. Ownership created borders. Borders created enemies. But here's the twist that changes everything. You might think war proves something dark and permanent about human nature. Something written into your DNA since the beginning. Primatologist Jane Goodall watched chimpanzees at Gom National Park form raiding parties. Groups of males patrolling territory, ambushing and killing chimps from rival troops. It looked disturbingly human. For years, researchers pointed to this as proof that violence between groups is ancient, even pre-human. But newer research complicates the story. Anthropologist R. Brian Ferguson has spent decades arguing something different. War isn't hardwired. It's conditional. It shows up when resources get tight, when populations grow, when hierarchy forms. Take those pressures away, and organized warfare disappears, sometimes for generations. Peace, it turns out, is just as natural as conflict. Maybe more so. So war wasn't an ancient instinct waiting to be unlocked. It was a response. A tool humans built once they had something to lose. Think about that for a second. The moment you started building, the moment you started saving, that was the moment you started needing to protect it. Your ancestors didn't fight because they were violent by nature. They fought because they finally had walls and something worth putting behind them. And you still carry that logic today. You lock your door at night, even in a quiet neighborhood. You feel a flicker of tension when a stranger gets too close to something that's yours. Not because you're violent, because somewhere in your mind, 12,000 years of history still whispers the same warning your farming ancestors first heard. What you build, you must be ready to defend. You didn't inherit war from the wild. You inherited it from the harvest.